Well, hello everyone, it's Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Boo! Today we're going to be tying a little wet fly. Fairly simple. Just make sure you get the proportions right. That's the big one. And that's it. It's just going to be a nice, really simple olive little wet fly. So we're going to start off with some classic waxed in Watery Olive. Then we're going to be using some Hends Pheasant tail. It's kind of, again, that watery olive kind of color. For the body, we're going to be using some hair dubbing. Not the hair dubbing plus, just straight hair dubbing. I don't want a lot of any sparkle really in this. And it's going to be in kind of an olive body. Then for the thorax, going to use just some Hens Peacock Herl. And then for the collar, some Chinese cock cape in, again, kind of that watery. This is an old one. Kind of that watery olive. So, okay. Fairly simple, like I said, just making sure you're keeping your proportions right and making sure your body's kept fairly thin. I'm just going to check my thread. I just noticed it's wrapped around one of the legs. I don't want to break it. So just going to come back forward. Going to leave about 2 hook eyes roughly for my hackle and stuff. Take some of that pheasant tail. Just got this stuff brand new. I'm just opening it. So if it's anything like any of the other Hens products, it's going to be great. But we'll see once I pull it out. Pull one feather out. Oh yeah, I like that. Got some nice long ones in there too. That's good for doing wrapping bodies and stuff. So cool. So I'm just going to take from the bottom because I don't need very long one. And I'm just going to take 5 or 6 little fibers. I'm going to measure up about the length of my body. I'm going to come back right to the bend of the hook out there and stop and just attach that in. Come forward a little bit, just making sure it stays on top. I'm just going to get in there and cut to my length that I want. Out there. Yeah, like that's not bad. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that's tied. Jump forward on me, make sure that's tied in nicely. All the way forward. And then I'm just going to go and open wraps back to my tail. And then we're going to go under my tail just once. Okay. Take some of the olive, that's number 16 of the hair dubbing. I'm not taking a ton at a time at least. Just a little bit at a time. Because this, like I said, I don't want this to be too big of a body. Oh, tiny bit more. Those of you that have asked me where to get Hens products, you can check out FlyLife Canada. I know they carry some of it. Not sure how much they still got left, but I know FlyLife Canada carries it. And you can also just go straight to the Hens site. Just type in Hens products and they'll come up. I just want to build just a little bit there. So, okay. Now I'm going to take couple of pieces of that Peacock Herl. Actually, for this, probably just one will do. Now, if you wanted to make this thing just a little bit more robust, I could have put in a piece of silver wire or green wire or something like that, just to help it to be a little stronger. But it's not necessary. I'm just going to tie in one Herl here. And it's Herl, right? So you got to be a little bit more careful. Just going to go to build a little bit of a thorax area, kind of. Now, that alone right there can be a heck of a nymph. Just add a little bit of a throat, and you've basically got yourself a lake nymph, the 52 Buick. So I'm just going to try to see if I can fix this focus for you guys. Hey, look at that. It's quite a bit better. Right? So just come back into it just a little bit. Now, this is an old cape that I haven't used a ton of, but for this fly, it's excellent. I just got to find a good feather for it. Like I said, it is a very old cape, so hopefully it's not too brittle. It doesn't break around on me. We'll find out. But I probably had this thing for, it's got to be darn close to 20 years now. So I'm just going to go in and grab the tip. Okay. Just get in there. Bring that back. Cut out your little waste piece there. Grab a hold of that with your hackle pliers. Gently, like I said, hopefully I don't break it here. Just very gently come around a couple of times and see what it looks like. It all depends on your feather, right? There's 2, and I think that I'll stop right there at 2 because I don't want it to be too leggy. Slick this all back really nicely, including that feather that's still left over. Build yourself a little bit of a head, going back over top of it so it slicks back. Just do a nice little whip finish in here. Don't pull too hard because it isn't nano silk or nano thread. And then just get in there and there we go. There's your finished little nymph. Super, super simple little flies. Like I said, I could easily put a little bit of a rib in there if I wanted to. It'll help with holding the dubbing in, and it'll help with a little bit of a segmentation. But I also don't mind sometimes just getting in there and just pulling out some of that hair dubbing. Just get in there and just kind of just a little bit. Just makes it even more buggy. Right, and there you go. So now it's a little bit buggier of a version. You can weight these too if you'd like, if you're wanting them weighted in the rivers. But if you're going to do that, just do a very little bit of weight in the underbody. Don't put a bead on them; they just don't look right. So, alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, super super simple. Great in the lakes, great in the rivers. I actually do quite well with these in the lakes, imitating mayflies. So, okay. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you've subscribed, awesome, awesome, awesome. If you haven't, please consider doing so. And we'll see you guys in the next tying video. Bye, everyone.